Today we've got lots to talk about. We've got exciting news from celebrities, something that I think is going to be a game changer for some people and make them take a second look at celebrity if they once they hear about this. We've got updates from Cunard, really exciting updates. We've got news from Princess. We've got another Princess sale coming up and a discussion topic to go with that, and just lots more to talk about. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Tuesday. It's March 14th of 2023, and I want to start off by telling you that yesterday, Monday, I did my video and told you all about the new Premier Pass that Royal Caribbean has. I was wrong about that. They had announced that, and then apparently on Sunday, Royal Caribbean announced that that was an error. I totally missed that. I was going to tell you all about that in my video on like Friday or Saturday, and I ended up having too much other stuff, and I should have looked again. I've learned my lesson. I will double check, but that was intended to be something for Celebrity. I just double checked Celebrity's website again this morning, and it is still not showing up there, and so I will keep my eye out for you and let you know, but that is not available on Royal Caribbean. And when I found it, it was on their website, and so what I wanted to do really quick is just thank all of you who let me know. Like one of you, one of our Let's Go family members, they're coming with us to Alaska at the end of May. She, bless her heart, she watched it right away, and she said, you know what, so they have a Royal Caribbean cruise booked as well, and so she's like, we thought that looked fabulous, so we called Royal Caribbean, and they're like, no, the people that booked that are getting a refund, and that is not a real thing with Royal Caribbean. So wanted to make that abundantly clear for you. They still do have the key pass program on that I talked to you about. That is still on Royal Caribbean, and also as a result of that, people let me know that have booked that key pass, the key card pass, however they say that. Anyway, they have been really pleased with it. They thought that it was very worthwhile, so something to look at if you're going to sail on Royal Caribbean. Now, really quickly, we had a lot of fun last night in our live. If you have not joined us at one of our lives, you really should come. We do them every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, and we try to do Fridays when we can. We're not going to be able to do that this Friday because we'll be out of town, but we talked an awful lot about the Princess Plus package, the Princess Premier package, and the free shipping of the medallions. Now, when you look at Princess's website and you look at the things that are included in the Premier package and the Plus package, it does not list the medallion shipping as something that is included. So it used to be that everyone got their medallion shipped to them for free, but they've made the change now that they're going to charge $10 per stateroom to mail those medallions out if you want to receive them before you go on the cruise. If you don't mind picking them up at the port, it's free, no worry. But I really appreciated a lot of you in our live and have sent me emails, and over on our Facebook have posted and said that if you've got that Plus or that Premier package booked, that medallion shipping is supposed to be included. So if you are someone that has that Plus or that Premier package and they charge you for that, I would say go to customer service once you get on the ship and have them give you the money back. And the reason that I say that is you can wait on hold with Princess if you want to, but at the same time, Let's Go family member, we've got Maudie, she said that she was being charged for it, and she has the Plus package, and they told her just to go to customer service when she got on board and get that ironed out. So there you go. Sounds like it's included, and if you don't get that perk, go ask for it once you're on board. Now, I was really excited. So, so first of all, we all know Captain Kate she's the first female captain of a cruise ship ever. And she was the first captain of the Celebrity Beyond, which is an extraordinary ship. I've had the pleasure to be on that ship. Actually, when we were on that ship, we got to meet Captain Kate. She was on board for that naming ceremony and inaugural that we were on, and we even got our picture with her, Gordon and I did. She is just as nice as can be. There was a really long line you know, you'd wait in line for your turn to get your picture with her, and she was just as kind to every person as though they were the first person that she had talked to that day. Just one of the nicest people, and you see her and things and hope she is that nice, and she does. She exceeds your expectations. But at any rate, so she was the first female captain. Well, the Cunard has announced that their captain for their brand new Queen Anne is also a woman, and let me get her name here for you. Captain Inger, I-N-G-E-R. She will be the first female captain for Cunard, and so she will join Captain Kate in the ranks and of female captains, and I just am really excited about it. I think that's awesome, and so we'll look forward. They're going to have updates coming as it's getting closer and closer for the Queen Anne to be released. They are expecting her in the first quarter of 2024, and so I was looking, and the earliest cruise that I can find available to sail on the Queen Anne is on March 10th of 2020. I'm sorry, May 10th of 2024. So I will keep you up to date when we hear more things about that. Just before doing this video, I double checked their website, and they have not announced any other inaugural events yet to do with the Queen Anne, but I am really excited. You read about everything to do with the Queen Anne, and you know Cunard is a very traditional cruise line, and it sounds with the Queen Anne like they're holding on to all of the amazing tradition and everything that we come to expect with Cunard, but also bringing in a lot more modern elements as well. So Gordon and I need to get on Cunard and give it a try. So with that thought, I wanted to let you know I've been looking up, and so Cunard has, when you really think of Cunard, at least me, so often you just think, oh, it's got to be so expensive. But they have a lot of really affordable fares. And so there's a couple of things that I think that would be very valuable for you to think about when you think that you are going to go to Europe, whether you're going to go there, you're doing a land tour, you're going to visit family, you're going there to go on a cruise, whatever you're going to Europe for, here's a thought for you. So right now we are all very aware that airline tickets are going up a lot, and even just for economy it is really expensive. But if you are looking at like your Delta One, or you know, the first class on any of the airlines, it has gotten so expensive. So one thought for you would maybe be to consider taking Cunard. They've got these transatlantics that go very regularly. You could take that over, so they go from New York to Southampton. You could take that there, and I'm going to argue with you, well, of course, depending on which cabin you choose, but if you want to book an interior or regular balcony even, you're going to be able to go cheaper than you're going to be able to go first class on a lot of airlines. And so I thought I would tell you some of their starting prices with the pricing that they've got going right now that they're advertising, and you can just kind of think about maybe if that would work for you, because the way they do their transatlantics going back and forth, it would be really easy to take one over for a week. And the other really nice thing about that is you don't end up there and there you've got, you know, 8 hours difference. You just lose an hour every day. So you gradually get used to the time change. I think that's just a very elegant way to travel. But anyway, so you could take that over for a week, do all of your sightseeing, cruising, whatever it is that you're doing in Europe, and then take it back again. And coming home, you would get your hour back every day as you go. So just some things to think about. So for those transatlantics right now, they have cabins starting at $799 a person. Now, of course, that does not include the port fees and taxes, but they're not huge on those because they're transatlantics. Not a lot of port fees there. But I wanted, and of course, that's for your interior cabin. I was looking at them. Their interior cabins are beautiful, and the ship is so beautiful that truly you would just be in your cabin while you're asleep and getting ready. Just a thought. And also when you're going across the North Atlantic there, especially, you know, consider your time of year. But a lot of time, you know, it's really windy. There's just not just the ocean to see. I love to look at the ocean, but it's not like you're going in and out of ports and want to be on your balcony to see coming in and going out so much. You can easily be out there on the open decks to see that when you would like to. And then just a tip to remember, when you're sailing in to New York City, you want to be on the port side so you can see that Statue of Liberty. Okay, just a thought. But anyway, let me tell you here. So they've got New York to London, like I said. It's a 7-nighter fares starting at $7.99. They've got New York to Hamburg, that's 9 nights, that's starting at $8.49. They've got London to New York, and this is like June 23rd in the middle of the summer, everyone. That's $1,328. They've got, and then here's some other fun ones. They've got a Japan Golden Week round trip Tokyo for 8 nights, starting at $9.99. A Southern Japan and Taiwan round trip Tokyo, like Taiwan is on my list to get there before we can't get there anymore. And that is 9 nights, starting at $11.99. And then your Japan and Alaska, Tokyo to Vancouver. So there's a Trans-Pacific. We hear a lot about transatlantics. There are not near so many Trans-Pacifics going. That starts at $11.89. Finally, they've got the Mediterranean highlights and Norwegian fjords, all one cruise, round trip from New York for 32 nights, starting at $46.79 a person. And I think that is very affordable. Round trip from New York to get to go to the Mediterranean and the Norwegian fjords for $46.79. Like, you can't beat that. And then we've got the Mediterranean highlights and a transatlantic crossing. So that's from Rome to New York. That's $12.99. So there are so many options. So if you need help booking Cunard and you don't have a travel agent you love, I would love to help you. I would be very happy to help you. But these are just some things that I think our Let's Go family should be thinking about and realizing that they're more affordable than we would suspect, okay? At least that I would suspect often. Yeah, just considering everything. Now, a couple of things else I want to talk to you about really quickly. Here is what I think is a game changer with Celebrity. Honestly, we know that Celebrity is it's luxury, it's beautiful, excellent service. Like all of their, I talked to you about them being the first cruise line that is Forbes Travel Guide star rated, is I guess the way you would say it. They're the very first to receive that rating, and the Forbes Travel Guide people are all over the place all the time. That is their job, to keep checking things out and see who is meeting their standards. So anyway, all of the team members on all of the crew, everybody on Celebrity ships are also Forbes trained. So they it goes into why they remember your name and why they can see you 3 months later and say, "Hello, Mrs. Larson." It's amazing. It's amazing. And so anyway, we know that they're luxury. We know that they have good food. We know that the entertainment is good. We know that they have spectacular, like, just beautiful ships. So here's a really fun thing though. They are adding pickleball courts, you guys, and I know that pickleball is a craze. Like, so many people enjoy playing pickleball. If you don't know what pickleball is, just look it up. But they are now having pickleball courts available on a bunch of their ships. So 9 of them have it right now, and they will eventually have it fleet-wide. So the 2 Edge class ships that have it will be the Celebrity Beyond and the Celebrity Apex. And then also the, and let me tell you here this really quick. So on those, on the Beyond and the Apex, the pickleball is located at the lush and roomy rooftop garden. I'm excited to see this. I didn't even think to look at it when we were on the Beyond. On the Solstice class ships, it's going to be on, it is on already, the Celebrity Eclipse, the Celebrity Equinox, and the Celebrity Solstice. And that will be on the sports deck on deck 15. And on the Millennium class ships, the Celebrity Constellation, the Celebrity Infinity, the Celebrity Millennium, and the Celebrity Summit, it will be on the sports courts on deck 12. So when you think about it, so pickleball is fun anyway. I have only played it like once or twice. I need to, it would be fun to do that more often. But anyway, think of how cool it would be to be on the ship's top decks out there in the open where they have it, and you're just having these beautiful views all the way around you. Of course, you're focusing on hitting the ball, but just to be in that setting with such beautiful, like the beautiful places you will visit, just, or even if you're just out in the middle of the ocean, how cool that would be. So I know people who love pickleball. We have neighbors down the street who had a pickleball court put in their backyard. That's how much people enjoy pickleball. So it says that they will also accommodate players of all skill levels, which gives me hope that I could go do that and get better at it. So they're going to set up tournaments with like the cruise. The crew will help set up tournaments. They're going to have time set aside for people with families. It just sounds like they're working really hard. They're going to accommodate everyone. make sure that everyone has the chance to play who wants to and has a lovely time doing it. So I thought that was awesome news. Now, I mentioned that Princess is having another sale coming up. So from March 16th through March 20th, they're having their St. Patrick's Day sale. And the deal with that, it says you get up to 40% off, which we've really been seeing that for a while now on all of their sales. It just keeps rolling forward. And reserve your spot. So just a $100 deposit for the cabin and up to $200 of onboard spending money. Of course, that is going to depend on the cruise, and it's going to depend on the cabin that you book. But if you are looking to book a cruise and you like that lower deposit so that you can, use your money on something else and then pay the rest of that off when it's due, it's a good time to book a cruise. So if you need help with that, send me an email. But anyway, thought that was a lovely option, and I don't know how much the fares are going to change from what they are offering like today with that extra 40% off and the change in the onboard credit. Sometimes when they add extra onboard credit, the price just goes up enough to accommodate for that, and sometimes it doesn't. And this is like across the board with all the cruise lines. You just kind of have to look at each promotion and see where you stand and what you want to do. But I thought that would be valuable to talk about. Now, if any of you happen to be on a cruise ship, send me an update and let me know how things are going, or if you're recently home. I really appreciate it. I just got another email from someone who is on the Regal Princess right now, and we've been talking about hand washing an awful lot here, which maybe is funny, but I know that norovirus is going around so much, it sounds like, on a lot of ships, not just on Princess. You hear of it in other places as well, and you hear of it at home too. So anyway, I thought it was great. They just said that they're reminding everybody to wash their hands there. And I would also like to add, and this is part of why I mentioned this again, and I thought about this extra because, I mentioned that, sometimes you have the person asking everyone to wash their hands. So we wash our hands and go get our food and eat. And some people just walk straight through. Well, you know what? Now and again, I have been guilty of just saying thank you to the person and keeping walking because I'm just walking straight through. Either I want to go what's beyond that, or I'm just wondering if Gordon is here, or, so I'm not always going through the buffet to eat is what I'm trying to say. And so I get that. And when I'm going through to not eat, I don't touch anything there. So just wanted to put that out there. Don't think ill of every person that doesn't wash their hands and just goes through. At the same time, wash your hands. Wash your hands if you're going to eat. And if you use the powder room, wash your hands and just be super careful. It's really the best way that we can try to stay healthy ourselves and try to help keep everyone else healthy on the ship as well. And I think that goes for everything, everyone we associate with. So I just look forward to hearing from you all. If you haven't subscribed, would you please subscribe? We'd love to have you with us. We are really trying hard to grow our Let's Go family. If you haven't joined us on our Facebook group yet, we have an amazing Facebook group. It's Let's Go Travel Tips. And you can get information there, share experiences. It's an amazing, amazing place to be. And if you appreciate these updates, would you please give this video a thumbs up? And I will be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.